I was sent the link for this video the other day, and I have sped it up a little bit and I have taken a bit of their footage, but thank you very much to this channel for making this video and showing us this most amazing structure. At the end they pan around it. I think it's some kind of star fort myself, but most of it is under the ground, and there are all these tunnels, and the video is 2 hours long, and obviously I think they stopped because their batteries were starting to run out, and they still didn't manage to get to most of it under the ground. And there are all these tunnels, and I just find it really strange. It actually looks like 3 attempts to sort of patch this place up. You've got sort of grey brick, grey stone, brown stone and bricks, red bricks, filling in all these areas, you know, arches above. There's 2 of them, and then later on there's another colour. Now this one is a different shape. It's kind of what it looks like out of the ground. You see that it's happening underground. It's called a redoubt. Crazy. But you see, it's arches, loads of arches, and it's underground. But at the same time, those bricks look more concrete-like. Even though they're different shapes, they sort of look more concrete-like. And wherever they went, there was masses of tunnels and staircases going down. Like, they look like they've been painted, those bricks. But, you know, the other day we had a hangout with Mark from Our Melted Reality, and he's saying they all got burnt. And they're just the end of burning. But I don't understand why they've got the stones and the brick on the top. Do you see that? Look, the bricks on the top going down, and they found so many staircases down, and the staircases look like concrete or stones. But petrification does things to things. And Christian, obviously I was talking to Christian going through this. You know, the one thing Christian notices is how clean it is, and in a sense they almost look like tube tunnels going down. I don't know what to make of this place. And don't forget this place as well, which Paul Cook did, and I was just recovering it and showing you his version of what he thought was going on here. He says he thinks it's some kind of pyramid structure, which is really crazy because that's what Mikey said about the one in Hastings.
And the elevation on that, by the way, is 150 metres, so it's 450 foot high. And it looks like they just slapped a load of mud on, took the capstone off, and just built around it. Oh, and another thing that I've noticed, well, I'll go into this a bit later in detail, is they always seem to put a little ruin or a castle on top of it, but don't worry about that, we'll talk about it in a minute. Now check this out. When I see this, I could not believe it. I couldn't believe my eyes. Now this is a pyramid structure, I believe, and obviously some sort of service is blocking it up, and there's a massive arch that's been bricked up. Now I've seen this identical in Malta.
So we're just putting a few minutes out just to show you, because this is another amazing place, abandoned of course, which is part of the theme because so much is abandoned. But I don't really understand what this place was, because see that, there's half a tunnel. It's half a tunnel there. And also they've got those little, well, they're like looky outs where they used to stick the guns through, and they're inside this place. So what, they put you in here and say, right, so you can get to the end and we'll try and kill you off while you're in here? I don't know. And then another person on the channel, Mikey, he thought it reminds him of pyramids. But just look at those tunnels. I mean, the arches. And then in it, there's all this stone. Like they've built it in the, oh, I just don't get this place. It's like everything from mud flood. You've got mud, you've got stone. I don't get it. And all these staircases which aren't damaged, broken, cracked, with these half tunnels which have also been filled in, and the red brick. Oh, it's just almost too much. It's like every kind of reality you could think of in here. And when was this? Obviously, I don't know when they left it exactly. Look at that. What do you call that? But the staircases are still okay. And what's that up there on the left? And look, do you see the brick and then the stone, and it's all like different eras, and yet all together. Doesn't actually look like electricity much. There was kitchens on the top bit. See the steps up there, like there's the lookies, like those look outside, but some of them are inside. Look at it, down, 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 down. Wow. They could never have built this with horses and carts, ever. See, when you're looking at this, you get this Roman feeling. This one is in New York. And inside, this one looks like this. Do you think Hastings is one of these? Concrete floors, the arches. See, this is the land level, and this goes below the land. I mean, imagine digging all that out. How? I think this might be another one. And then when you're looking, look what you see in the water. Yeah. That's maybe hectagonal or whatever it is shape. We have round ones like the forts at Portsmouth. Even America has them. Anyway, see, the land is up there and the fort is below. Imagine living near it. Look, there's like a house there. Imagine living right near that. Anyway, let's continue on. And all it is that they've only been to a bit of it. There are loads more tunnels in this place and steps and so forth. Some of it's been cut off so they can't get there. I mean, that room's bricks, but in there is stone and bricks. So they've mended that bit there. You know, I sent a picture to Christian. I'll show you in a second when we get to the end of this bit that Donington Castle's the same. Maybe we weren't supposed to be such thinkers. I don't know. That looks like that's... I don't know if that's outside. It's got fireplaces. Obviously, you can go to this channel, The Secret Vault, and watch the whole thing. It's nearly 2 hours long, and they're talking, you know, their way through it. Christian wondered whether it had been built, but never used. But see, that's half an arch. It's got stone there, so I don't understand them. They're like half arches. You could see it was taller above, and then they've put brick in. You're like, what? Do you see that? But there's brick, and then there's more brick. Oh, there's the brown stone, see? And then there's the grey stone, and there's brown stone, and then there's grey stone and brown stone and bricks. Do you get it? Brown stone, grey stone, bricks. Brown stone, grey stone, bricks. You see it? What a mix now. I don't understand. Brown, grey, brown, bricks. Brown, grey, brown, bricks. But, you know, I showed you that place in Eastbourne that I never knew existed, some fort there on the beach. You had to go down into it. So the only reason they gave up on this night, because they'd been walking for a couple of hours, was because their batteries started to run out. And they've been there before and they only see bits of it. Look at the ceilings now. The ceilings are built like the church, you know, the old monasteries, you know, like they're like, look, see those, look at those. But it doesn't actually look that modern either, does it? Even though it doesn't. It's got no, I don't think there's electricity and there's no lights, is there? There's no bullet marks. Mikey thinks it's a pyramid. Or reminds him of a pyramid. The floors look concrete there, don't they? Just look at that. I don't know what to make of it. If they're here, they're there as well in other countries. Look at that. It sort of reminds you a bit like going down in a tube, doesn't it? So maybe they never built the tube. Maybe it was already there. And they just modernised it and turned it into the tubes. So those ones go outside, but some of those face inside. I said to Christian, what does it do? They drop you in there and they say, right, you've got 3 hours to get out. But at any time they can get you through those, the ones that face in. But there you go. Grey brick, brick. Sorry, grey stone, brick. Have they painted it, or is that some kind of burning that's gone on or something? Look at it, it's just staircase upon staircase upon staircase. Stone and brick. Stone and brick. Christian reckons it almost looks like it's been mended a few times, but I mean, it would have taken you years to mend this. Anyway, let's move on to the next bit. Yes, so here's Donington Castle, you see, with the same thing. That is flints and stones, and it's been mended with brick. Perfectly mended with brick. The only problem is it's a different colour. They mended it the same. So what is all this mending of things? That looks very similar to the place we're just looking at, doesn't it? Donington Castle, Newbury.
Very. Are you on super wide on your camera?
Doesn't let me do it on 4K.
Really?
Yeah, it used to, then no, I don't play it.
No.
Yeah.
That's why I don't update shit.
Well, that's what I'm using
I can't imagine that, like them taking out bloody one of your lenses when you do an update. That's rubbish, isn't it?
Yeah.
So It's the same with these bloody companies. They're all at it. They're all at it. Disable the phones through firmware updates. Make you want to buy another one.
I mean, I just can't work this place out. But they're now walking the outside, and they go through this gate that looks something like it's come from Elizabeth I, and they're just going around bits more of it, just masses of it to go in. I mean, how could they have built this with horses and carts? But again, there's no windows in. They probably had shutters up, so it might not have been necessarily the warmest place. Quite big windows. But he's going to put a drone up. To me, it looks more like it's a Starfort kind of building. It was. Look, that one's filled in. It's hard to know. Wow. Look at it all. Just 2 hours of walking in, you've only done a bit of it. And they didn't even go to the lower levels because they didn't. They went down and down, across, down, up, up. I don't know, they didn't go to all of it. They didn't go to the lower levels of this place. There's the door. Great big wooden door there. This place is clean. You know, there's not lots of furniture or bits of bodies or armour or... You know, Christian says it looks like it's just been built and then left. Yes. A little bit of machinery in there, so they were using it. I think there's something about the Second World War, but I'm not sure. Look at that, they look a bit like tube tunnels, don't they, almost, those bits. I don't really know what they are, but they look like they're the outside on the inside, if you know what I mean. There you go, see, I think some of these point inwards. Those ones there are on the inside, but still got those like slits in where we've been told they put guns. But again, it's that stone and brick. But it looks like it's been mended, doesn't it, by the brick. The brick has mended what was there. See, they went, wow, because it goes down as far as you could ever see. But they don't go down there because it's too far. You think, what the hell is this? And we have all these tunnels. There's got to be more of these kind of things then. The mix of this stone and brick is just weird, and those bricks look more like concrete. Bit more or you could say methylific looking in another way, couldn't you? That's why probably Mikey says that they here's the drone footage, that's a pyramid under there. I just think it's all weird. There you go, it's this part of it, and I think, look at that. Now look at the shape of it. Some kind of Starfort, I think. And maybe where the trees are, it's collapsed a bit, and the trees have grown there. Or they'd want trees to grow there, wouldn't they? They don't want us knowing, because otherwise they're not proud of this. And look at it, looks Roman to me. Just reminds me of a Roman building at the same time, and others are saying pyramid, you know, I just don't know. Most of it is under the ground. All the tunnels are under the ground. As I say, thank you very much to this channel making this video. It's another like great big question mark. Really appreciate them doing this video. What is all this? What are we living in? I don't know if we were ever fighting anybody, to be honest. I think we lived, I don't know. I don't think that place there doesn't have any bullet holes in it or anything like that. And even if they were mending it, it would take probably years to do all that brickwork in there because there's so many tunnels. See, it's Starfort like. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. As I say, thank you very much to this